All right, everyone. Welcome to our next lesson, going over climate and vegetation of Russia. Climate and vegetation of Russia. So let's get started. All right, when looking at the climate of Russia, the two major things that we need to look at are the concepts of the difference between your distance and your relationship to the equator. Generally, the closer you are to the equator, the warmer it is. So places like Brazil, Nigeria, the Philippines, they are close to the equator. It doesn't matter where they are located latitudinally or longitudinally, they are closer to the equator. So generally, they're more warm, more tropical. The further you get from the equator, the colder it gets generally. So Russia is in the far northern part of the world. So it is very far from the equator, so it gets very cold. The climate generally is it has very long winters. Their winters generally begin around September-ish and stretch from October, December, all the way through almost springtime in March. So they have very long winters and very short, very warm climate when it comes to the summer. So the climate is very rough for survival, but many people live in Russia. Russia is one of the most populated countries in the world, especially because of human ability to adapt and because of innovations in technology. Now, one of the two major climate focused in Russia are taiga and tundra forest. The taiga forest, or taiga and tundra climates. The taiga forest contains a large amount of forest vegetation while still having a large amount of snow. Now, taigas generally are moist and not as icy as tundra. Tundra is even colder, containing very hard and difficult ground because it is almost frozen solid and doesn't have that much vegetation. So taiga has vegetation, tundra, not that much. When looking at Russia, Russia also has a place called Siberia. Siberia is a freezing cold. It is one of the coldest places that humans live in. That Siberian area, in the old Soviet Union, was a place where they would send people as punishment because it is so cold and it's so difficult to live there. People who live there don't generally live long because of the difficult way to live life. Also, when it comes to vegetation, Russia is not only just a frozen wasteland. Russia, in its southern portion, is close to the Caspian and Black Sea, which is, again, getting closer to the equator. So it is not frozen wasteland. It has grasslands and steppes. Those grasslands are pretty much the breadbasket of Russia. So you can grow grain, wheat, barley, and things like that. Also related to current events, one of the reasons why Russia is invading Ukraine at the present moment is because Ukraine is one of the breadbaskets of Europe, and it's located south of Russia, south and southwest and southeast. Though that region would have a large amount of access to grain, wheat, and barley, and would feed a large portion of the Russian population. Looking out west, or looking out east, sorry. Looking out east, you have the Gobi Desert. The Gobi Desert stretches into Russia and also into Mongolia. The Gobi Desert is one of the largest deserts in the world. So Russia has various types of climate. It has the Gobi Desert, it has the Siberia winters, it has the tundra and the taiga forest, and it has generally continental types of climate when it comes to the western portion of Russia. So Russia, being naturally very cold since it is far away from the equator, is very diverse in its climate. So that is all for climate and vegetation. I hope to see you later for our next lesson. Have a great day.